Good morning to all. Today I am going to discuss Hertzian dipole. So, Hertzian dipole. What is Hertzian dipole? Hertzian dipole is a small current element ideal where dl is very much less than lambda by 10. Such a current element does not exist in real life, but it serves as a basic building block from which the practical antenna fields can be calculated by integration. So if you see the figure, the antenna is placed along the z direction, and due to this antenna there will be radiation. So our aim is to find what is the radiation. That means we have to find the components of electric field and magnetic field at point P, which is at a distance r from the center of the dipole. So to find that, we have to consider a small element dz at a distance z from the center of the dipole, and there we have to calculate the electric field or magnetic field components at point P. So to calculate the components of field, we can use the vector magnetic potential Az, because the field is along the the current is along the z direction. Az is equal to mu into I naught into dl by 4 pi r into e power minus j beta r. So our aim is to find the field. So B is the magnetic flux density. B is equal to del cross A, and B is mu H. First we have to calculate the B. From that B we can also calculate H. So this calculation can be done by using spherical coordinate system. That means we have to calculate all the field components in the spherical coordinate system. But here our field, vector magnetic field in rectangular coordinate system. So first we have to convert Az into spherical coordinate system. That is in terms of theta phi z. Theta phi z. So r theta phi spherical coordinates. B is equal to del cross A, which is in turn equal to 1 by r square sine theta. This matrix is used for calculating the del cross A. That means any cross product in spherical coordinates. So we'll substitute our values in the next slide. So here 1 by r square sine theta into we have the components along a phi, ar and a theta. Along a phi it is 0. So along a phi it is 0. So ar is equal to az cos theta, and a theta is equal to minus r into az sin theta, and a phi is 0. So if you find the if you see the expression, from this expression, this is ar component and this is a theta component, and this total is a phi component. So if you see that this is 0 and this is 0, So we have to find this component, only single component, that is along A phi only. Remaining components along AZ, along AR and along A theta will be 0. So if you further simplify this expression, we'll get an expression for H phi. H phi is equal to ideal sine theta by 4 pi r into j beta plus 1 by r into e power minus j beta r. So this is H phi. So that means the magnetic field along the Hessian dipole is H phi. H phi and H r and H theta will be 0. So from this we can find electrical field components by using Maxwell equation. That is Maxwell modified Ampere's law. That is del cross H is equal to J plus dou D by dou T. That in turns equal to, in place of D we can write epsilon E. So for static fields J will be 0. It is equal to epsilon dou E by dou T. So if you write dou by dou T as j omega, it will become j omega epsilon E. So that means if you find the cross product, that is del cross H, will get j omega epsilon E. So therefore E is equal to 1 by j omega epsilon into H phi, del cross H phi. So in the similar manner, we'll write the matrix and we'll calculate the electrical field components also. And if you see the expression, it contains two components. Basically, it contains two components. That is one along R direction, that is ER. This total term is along ER direction, and this is along theta, A theta, A theta. So that means we'll get E along R direction and theta direction. That means ER and E theta exists and E phi will be 0. So if you simplify this, we'll get an expression for ER, that is eta into I naught dl cos theta by 2 pi into 1 by r square minus j by beta r cube into e power minus j beta r. Similarly, if you simplify this expression, you will get an expression for e theta, that is eta into I naught into dl sin theta by 4 pi into j beta by r plus 1 by r square minus j by beta r cube into e power minus j beta r. So we got three field components: H along phi direction, E along R direction and theta direction. That means we got finally three components: H phi, ER and E theta. So now we'll calculate the radiation resistance of Hessian dipole by using Poynting theorem. So the output of the Poynting theorem is 1 by 2 into real part of E cross H. So we can write eta as E by H, but here this E by H must be perpendicular to each other. So the components exists here is E theta and H phi. The perpendicular components E theta and H phi. So from the previous expression, we'll consider E theta and H phi and we'll substitute here. So S is equal to 1 by 2 into real part of H phi into, if you write E theta also in terms of H phi, then it will become H phi square, mod H phi square. So 1 by 2 mod H phi square into this eta. So total power means we have to integrate the radiated power. So total radiated power means in terms of theta direction and phi direction. That is, we have to substitute S here and we have to write ds. So that is 1 by 2 into root of mu by epsilon. This total term is H phi square into this is ds. ds is r square sin theta d theta d phi. If you integrate this, you'll get this value. If we integrate, we'll get this value. That is 1 by 32 into root mu by epsilon beta square I square L square by pi square 8 pi by 3. So here finally we want radiation resistance. There is a relation between power and radiation. So P is equal to I square R. So I we have to consider here I RMS value. That means I by root 2 whole square. So I by root 2 whole square into R RAD is equal to this value. So if you simplify this by substituting root mu by epsilon for free space is 377 ohms, and also beta angular frequency beta phase constant, or phase constant beta is equal to, not angular frequency, sorry, phase constant beta is equal to 2 pi by lambda. If you substitute all the values, we'll get radiation resistance as 80 pi square dl by lambda whole square ohms. This is the very important relation, useful for solving the problems also. So thank you for cooperation. Thank you.